Hey, what's good, y'all? Let's touch on this real quick, man. Yeah, so idiot got in my comment section under the last video I did in reference to Terrence Crawford and his messed up gloves and the way he had Errol Spence's face looking and the way he looked in his last performance and so forth and so on. He goes on to say you a goofy. He called me a goofy or something like that, so I already know it's some confused ass Chicago dude or somebody in the Chicago area, you know what I mean? Because they the only ones who talk like that, goofy and bogus and shit. They the only ones who talk like that, bro. But since you want a name call and not answer none of my questions, let's focus on this goofy shit, right? To me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what y'all definition of goofy is, you know what I'm saying? But to me, goofy is more so on the lines of when you got like a group of black people who live in the same area, you know what I'm saying? Same hood or whatever. They grow up together and everybody's struggling. And dudes think that it's some type of gangster to kill each other. And then after you kill each other, you know what I'm saying? You think it's even more gangster to piss on graves, you know what I'm saying? Talk down on the dead and all of that type of shit. You know, y'all even think it's gangster to let off so many shots that just, shoot wildly, into crowds of people to where you're not really aiming at one particular person. Bullets is hitting the old people, kids, playing, babies, and every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck I call goofy. Let me tell you something else I consider goofy. Goofy is when you got a group of people who live in a certain area, right? Who consider themselves to be so fucking tough, all right? Outside of everybody else in the goddamn United States. Chicago's supposed to be the toughest motherfuckers, right? So, you got these group of people who got smoke for each other, quick to tear each other out the fucking frame. Police officer, right? Law enforcement gets called to a lady's house, Sonia Massey. She requesting assistance, right? Or thinking somebody outside of her house, whatever the situation was. Y'all motherfuckers saw that video. You saw that cop, that white cop, shoot that black woman in her fucking face. And you know what you niggas did? Y'all went out and shot more niggas. That's what the fuck I call goofy. Y'all ain't had no smoke for the Illinois Police Department. Y'all had no fucking smoke, bro. I'm not sure if it was in Chicago, but I know that shit was in Illinois. I didn't see y'all standing down there like, like demanding answers or demanding, you know what I'm saying, that, y'all, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, like, you want to talk about what's goofy. Let's talk about goofy. I mean, since y'all supposed to be so fucking tough, you know what I'm saying? What happened to all that tough shit with Sonia Massey, huh? But you know what? It ain't even just toward nobody in Chicago, because this is how most these fake ass gangster dudes are. You know what I'm saying? They got all this smoke for me. They'll have it for me, blow my fucking brains clean out in front of my children and everything. Yes, they fucking would. I don't trust them. Yes, they fucking would. Yes, they would. But when it come to that white man, when it come to that law enforcement, them punk bitches put their hands right behind their back as soon as that white man tell them to. Every motherfucking time. They won't even run from them. They won't even run from them. Huh? Won't even try to get low. So when you spew that goofy shit out your mouth, make sure you think before you speak, man, or recognize who the fuck you talking to, man, because I'm going to get right with you, because words mean something to me. They really do. Now, with that being said, he says, you a goofy, because the boxing commission, they check all that stuff, before the fighters come out. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, well, why don't you tell that to Miguel Cotto, man? Huh? Miguel Cotto's raps were signed off on by the boxing commission. Tyson Fury's gloves were signed off on when he got in the ring where it took the referee to notice that it was something going on with his gloves because I guess the boxing commission missed it. You know what I'm saying? So conveniently, they missed it, you know? And my whole thing is this. How is it cheating in boxing? How do boxers end up getting cheated? And we've heard stories of boxers getting cheated and proven stories of boxers getting cheated. If the boxing commission and people that's supposed to be looking for cheating is doing what they're supposed to do, how does it happen? How does it take place? I'm gonna tell you how it take place. It take place the same way the shooting of unarmed black men take place. When a cop say they fear for their life, the same cops who took an oath and were sworn to protect and serve U.S. citizens. Now, if a cop who is sworn to protect and serve U.S. citizen is willing to say fuck all that just to prove a point, you know what I'm saying? Just to still just to put a nigga underneath. I'm just saying, bro. You know, I'm just saying, if they willing to go against their oath, what make you think the damn boxing commission wouldn't be willing to take payola to make it seem like everything is kosher when they know goddamn well it ain't? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I don't know who y'all used to dealing with or who y'all type of people y'all used to talking to and shit like that, man. But I got a fucking brain, and I use it. You know what I'm saying? I think before I speak. I don't just say anything. You know what I'm saying? Even if I am saying certain things out of frustration or what people would consider anger, I'm still thinking about what I say before I say it. Don't ever get it fucked up. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if I'm yelling or not. I know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the time, if I'm saying something, I mean exactly what I'm saying. And the reason why I say I pay attention to it, because I don't like to apologize. I don't want to be placed in a position to where I feel like I done said the wrong thing or I was inaccurate on something. Even though if I was, I ain't got no problem with apologizing, but I try not to place myself in that position to where I even have to fucking apologize. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, nobody's answering none of these questions. Deontay Wilder has represented Everlast his entire career. I believe Deontay Wilder has 44 or 45 fights, man. And up until like his last, well, up until the Tyson Fury situation, he's knocked out or knocked down every single opponent he's got in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just tripping off of why his gloves never busted, you know, because it's an Everlast thing, right? And Crawford wears Everlast. Well, that's funny because Earl wears Everlast too. Why Earl's gloves ain't never bust? You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, y'all can continue on with the insults. I mean, do what you do. But I mean, if you're going to insult, can you like, you know, like answer some of these questions too, along with it? While you insulting, like you can make a little insult, then answer a question. Then you can try to make another little insult, cool, but answer the next question. You know what I mean? I mean, at least do that. You know what I'm saying? At least some type of dialogue. You know what I'm saying? So I can see how y'all viewing this, because I'm just not getting it at this point. Other than people are just being smug and wanting to ignore the obvious. You know what I mean? But I just find it amazing, man, how so many people, bro, can see cheating and shit when they want to see it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it's somebody that they don't like, you know, it's just, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But the fact that that man's gloves busted against Madrimov, and the fact that he went in there, the expression on his face when he walked out to fight, and the fact that he didn't look nothing like he did when he fought Earl Spence, man, I mean, he didn't look nothing like he did. Nothing. He looked like regular Bud Crawford. That's who he looked like. Regular Bud Crawford, regular good fighter with decent knockout power. That's how he looked. That's how he looked. Yeah, he's got the capability to knock you out, but doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna knock you out. He looked like the Bud Crawford at 140. That's how he looked. The 140 Bud Crawford before he started getting intertwined with old Victor Conte over there. You know what I'm saying? That's how he looked in the Majimov fight. I mean, is anybody going to try to disagree with me? Is anybody going to disagree with me and say he didn't look like the 140 Crawford? Right? When he fought Majimov? I'm just saying, you know. I mean, if you got something that y'all want to add on to this, I mean, feel free, get in the comment section, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't supposed to agree on everything. But, I mean, if something's smack dab in your face, you can see all the discrepancies and the differences. When you compare, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what is there to, I mean, what are you disagreeing with? You know what I mean? It's like, what really are you disagreeing with? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to disagree with facts? You know what I'm saying? You're going to disagree with truth? You know what I mean? I mean, that's a different level of hate right there. I don't even know what you call that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But just because you don't like the truth that someone is spewing, it doesn't make what they're saying a lie just because you don't like it. If you have an issue with what someone is saying, that's a personal problem, but it's nothing that you can do if you can't debunk what that person is saying. An insult does not debunk the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, these people can't even prove me wrong. They can't even call me a liar. They'll get in here and call me a goofy. Because you can't answer my questions. You know what I'm saying? That's a typical weak-minded response. All right? When a person gets frustrated, or let's say that there's an intellectual conversation going on and one person isn't an intellectual thinker, you know what I'm saying, or not a quick thinker, and they feel out of place by hearing this intellectual conversation going on out here. So what do? They might throw a joke in there, hurl a joke and say, you know what I'm saying, something like, oh man, these old Harvard book smart motherfuckers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, or whatever, you know, are you all articulate talking motherfuckers or something, because, you know, they want to make a joke or whatever, or try to break the ice to make themselves feel more comfortable about the fact that they're not very literate, you know what I'm saying, and they don't know how to express themselves past a certain point. You know what I mean? Once they get upset, there's only one way that they know how to respond to them being upset, and that's usually to lash out in a negative way. And that's just how most weak-minded people are, male and female, at the end of the day. Black Dr. Phil, I'm out, man.